must watch what you say to people. I can't stress this enough. You have to watch what you say to another person. Yes, you must watch your tongue. You need to control your tongue. You have to. I know you heard of the saying, stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me. Yeah, that shit, that cannot be the furthest thing from the truth. That's a lie. Words do hurt other people. Words is like spells, putting it on somebody, right? If someone loves and trusts you and you are living in a negative realm, preaching negativity, any chance you get, any moment of confidence and courage that a human being gets, you just bash them with negativity. You will never make it in life. You're nothing. You dream too big. You're a low life. You suck. All those words you say to them, they get stored in their subconscious. It's like fuel for the devil. In the time of courage, the devil brings up those words to put them right back down where they started. And you are adding fuel. You're speaking the devil's tongue by talking. The devil's language is negativity. And if you consistently preach negativity onto another human being, you're doing the devil's work. I'm just like, I can't stress this enough. I can't break this down any other way. That's just what it is. So you must watch what you say to other people. Let's live in a realm of positivity. Be more positive to people. The way you speak, like we can, like, the saying the truth is not a good enough excuse, right? You know who you're talking to. The truth without understanding can lead to destruction, right? So we must understand another point of view before we know how to speak the truth to another human being. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's why online, one side, whether it's the left or right, feminist versus toxic masculinity, right? These sides are always fighting in one another. The reason for that is because there is truth on both sides, but the one thing both sides don't have is understanding of each other's point of view. They don't have no understanding. So what that causes is chaos, destruction, feud, fight, and we live in a reality where it could lead somebody in despair if we're not careful, right? We have to be careful. We have to be caring, understanding. These two sides can easily come together. Some of the things they're saying is not too far off from one another, right? But there's just no understanding. There's no love and care for the other side. There's no, we're supposed to see the other side in us. That's the best way to understand. We're all the same. So there's no point of fighting. There's no point of feud. Let's try to keep the peace, love, and care for one another. Next time you're about to say that negative thing to that your friend, so-called friend, right? You want to say something negative to your so-called friend, right? Next time you want to say something negative to someone, think about the lingering effects that it can cause, right? Take time to think. Before you speak, think. Watch your tongue. Practice that discipline. Don't be rambling on nonsense, right? Sometimes it's hard because we live in a society where people say the first thing that comes to their mind, right? Without thinking it through, right? But what I truly believe is each day we get a bunch of thoughts that come to our head. Some people get more positive thoughts than negative thoughts. Some people get some more negative thoughts than positive thoughts. Some people get an even fuel of negative thoughts and positive thoughts, right? But we need to process these thoughts before we act, because these thoughts do not define us. They come in, they come out. They come in and they leave if we don't choose to subscribe to these thought forms. They're thought forms, right? So the best way to create a more positive thought form is to practice discipline. But that's a whole nother conversation for another day. But I do encourage to practice discipline. More positive thought forms will start to form if we practice discipline. But if we don't, the negative thought forms will form. And these thought forms, like they be very subtle. That's the devil's trick. Very subtle. And then they grow. And then they grow. And then they grow. And they grow and grow and grow. Then all of a sudden, you're living in hell. You're living in a reality that you don't even recognize. You understand what I'm saying? So, it's important that we build each other up. That's how this society can grow. I don't want to see tearing down. I don't want to see women tearing down men, toxic masculinity. I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to see men tearing down women, like saying all women are the same, all women are 304s. I don't want to see that. I want to start thinking differently, different perspectives. If you bashing somebody, let me ask you guys a question. Is bashing someone really the best way for someone to change their actions? Genuinely, right? They can change based off the fear of bashment, but are their hurts generally going to change for the better? Most likely not. Most likely they will find a better way to hide exactly what they're doing, just of fear of the bashments. For you to really touch somebody's heart, it's better to come from a place of positive understanding and caring when you talk to somebody. So yes, let's preach the truth, but there's a way you have to preach the truth. There's a way you gotta preach the message. Don't say all these hurtful, and know who you're talking to, because some people respond good when you speak to them like harshly. That's some people's that's some people's wake up calls. Some people don't respond good to that. Some people respond good to more calm, patience, understand. You gotta know who you're talking with, and the fastest way to know who you're talking with is listen. You must listen to that other being, and what listening will do will give you clarity and understanding of their situation before you can cast any unhinged, any ridicule, any emotional judgment on the other person without knowing the true nature of why they're doing what they're doing, right? So that's why we must listen, right? And after we listen, right, then we can, it gives us an opportunity to speak the truth to that individual in a way of more compassionate care and understanding.